Yeah, I just couldn't be more proud of our group. You know, this was an emotional win. It was a great win. So many different people stepped up, but we played together as a team. We bought in. We executed a game plan. We didn't, we were poised. We didn't panic when they went up. We just understood possessions, one possession at a time, and just had some breakout performances. But to do it first and foremost, to do it in front of that crowd, I just want to say thank you to Wahoo Nation. That was amazing. It was electric in there. There was butts and seats everywhere, and the fans, we really fed off of that. And it allowed us to be confident in ourselves, and that's why we were banking in shots and doing things like that, because when you're confident, you get those kind of things. But just really proud that we did that in front of the fans, protected our home court, showed pride, played with pride, and in front of our alums. Yesterday was really powerful. We got to, do an event with our alumni at night, but during the day they came to practice. They really poured into our young women and student athletes, and they just shared their stories, shared their, times they went through adversity, how they were successful, things they learned, and I think it was just right on time. I mean, you're listening to people that are hanging in the rafters, and I think it was very impactful and powerful, and left us very encouraged. So I want to thank our alum for all the love and support they've been giving us, and just really proud.
Coaches talk a lot about next woman up, next man up, but it's easier said than done sometimes. What was the key, on the court today to getting this win without Cam?
Yeah, I told our post players we got to step up. Obviously, Cam puts up a lot of numbers for us, and we really wanted, London, Sam, Tay, and Odessa in particular to step up, and I think they did. Sam she's struggled so much with injuries, and just trying to fight through and stay positive, and she's just really, really, had a resilient attitude. And so for her to show up big like that, and she told me last night, she was like, Coach, we're winning this game tomorrow. We're going to bounce back. And she came out, she left it on the floor and hit 4 threes and sparked us. So Sam really showed up big and fought through all the stuff that she's been going through. But I thought London played great, Odessa played great, Taylor came in and gave minutes and played great. But then also Lex. Lex had to step into, backup point guard role because Yanta's still not back. And when Mo got into foul trouble, Lex did a great job of, they're switching defenses, they're pressing her, and she's out of position, and she was very, very poised.
You struggled a little bit against conference play this year. What did you see in this game specifically that's going to make a difference for the rest of the season?
Well, it was similar to Florida State, but it was actually even better because we had to bounce back from a loss here at home just a couple days ago. And at that point, you can throw in the towel. You can just be like, well, this is just too much. Or you can rally, really believe in yourself and each other, which is what we chose to do, and come together. We talked a lot about protecting our home court. We hadn't really played. This is the best game we played all year on this court. And we hadn't really showed a lot of pride in doing that. So with the alums here, with the crowd here, and even with the message that the alums gave us last night, I think it just really sparked us. So I'm just happy to see that we're continuing to fight. We understand the process. There's going to be ups and downs. So I'm just really happy to see the poise that we showed when North Carolina went up. They went up by, I don't even remember exactly what it was, 15 or so. And we showed a lot of poise. In that timeout, everybody was locked in, okay, one possession at a time. Just showed a lot of growth and maturity rather than, okay, here we go again, we're down. So just really proud of our growth.
Talk a little bit about the team's defensive effort. North Carolina obviously is a very high-powered offense.
Oh, yeah.
You held them to 9 in the second, 9 in the fourth. What did it take to get those great defensive results?
It took us being on one accord. We were going to play some zone, to be honest, but my philosophy is man-to-man. We do play zone, but early we saw that they were shooting the ball, and we weren't really getting matched up. So it was about one-on-one accountability that we talk about, guarding your man, but then also being, a great teammate and helping the helper. So we were able to do that and switch up some coverages and kind of stifle them a little bit. I thought our guards were great, just pressuring the ball and then also, just keeping people in front of them, things like that. Our bigs got in a little foul trouble. We understand that, but I thought they did a good job of really trying to wall up without fouling. And we got a lot of jump balls in there, tips and steals. Our double teams worked. So I just thought defense, we were on one accord.
You guys were in a similar position at North Carolina just a few weeks ago. What did you guys do anything different in the fourth quarter to kind of pull things out this time around?
Yeah, we weren't in the quite similar. We were down, more so in that game at their place. It was a 1-point game going in the fourth. This one we were up. But I think, again, it was the poise, So instead of just running in transition and getting shots and taking bad shots, the biggest part of the game plan was take high percentage shots because their transition offense is very, very powerful. So those bad shots are basically like turnovers against any team in the ACC, but particularly them. So we were trying to slow it down a little bit in the fourth quarter, use some clock, get high percentage shots, make sure that we're giving ourselves the best chance to increase our lead, keep the lead, rather than they catch up and now we got to fight from behind.
And then did you see anything, a few days ago you called it an embarrassing loss. Did you see anything in the days leading up that you felt like you would have in a performance like this?
Yeah, it was embarrassing not because of who it was against. Every team in this conference is good. It was embarrassing because of how we performed and, the lack of competitive spirit and things like that we had. So we talked about that. We watched the film. Our players were embarrassed about how they, came out on their home court. And so, yes, I saw a lot of fight. I saw kids that wanted to make up for that. They were ready for the next opportunity. And they knew tonight they were going to come. Excuse me, I have a little bit of a cold. They knew tonight they were going to come out and compete for 40 minutes, control the controllables. And that is energy, effort, being a great teammate, playing together, competing, things like that. So we were really focused on that. And then, obviously shots fell and we were confident.
Michael and then Ted.
After some cold shooting performances earlier in conference play, you guys have been able to knock down some more shots from beyond the arc recently. Do you feel like it's all just a matter of confidence, or have there been some adjustments that you've made to sort of get some more open looks?
It's confidence, one, for sure, because we've always had great shooters. And then in practice, we do some things that puts pressure behind making shots because that's what you feel in the game. And then also, it's high percentage shots. So sometimes if you're taking shots and you're contested, that's not a great shot. But if you're driving and kicking and giving somebody an open shot, then, that's a great shot. So it's a mixture of both. It's a mixture of us growing and maturing. I think it's a mixture of some of our young kids getting very comfortable with the ACC now and just style of play and everything because everything was new. We have a lot of young guards. So it's a mixture of all that.
Right. For that one.
I'm hopeful, we'll see how it is. I haven't gotten an update on that, but, neither are season-ending injuries, so I'm hopeful.
You end up out-rebounding a bigger team, 35-30. Kimura and Alex each have 6 rebounds, and Jillian has 5. How crucial was that kind of team rebounding today, particularly from the backcourt?
It's big. Obviously, that's a staple. And, when we play well, we rebound well. So I was happy to see us do that. And it's a team thing. It's not just one person. Like, for instance, Sam had 7 rebounds. That was really big for her. But it's spread out along the whole team, and our guards rebound. They do a great job. So I'm just really proud that we were able to do that because North Carolina is a great rebounding team.
So I was really impressed with the pressure you brought against Notre Dame a couple weeks back. With your wing depth, is there any chance that pressure becomes part of the Coach Mock staple as opposed to a response to a 20-point deficit? Are you likely to bring that out and play that as part of the
we
game?
pretty much pressured in every game in conference. But you gotta also understand that there's stuff you can do tactically. So there's times you want to press when they're not expecting it, and then there's times you got to press when you're down. There's times you start off that way because maybe they don't have great guard play or whatever. But it's going to be a part of what we do, and I think it has been.
Very good.
Yep. All right. Thank you.